Hello everyone, it's a pleasure being back with you again. I hope you enjoyed our last Bible study on health. We're continuing today from where we started. Let's just have a recap. The definition of health is the state of complete, underline it, complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not just the absence of disease. Remember what I said about the effect of bad diet? I told us that diet is that usual food and drink taken by a person. Maybe you are the type you like a lot of pork. Like I told you, I used to love pork a lot. Anything I ate, there must be pork, or else it's not sweet. That was my usual diet. There's some of us, we must take a bottle of beer every day with whatever we eat. That's your usual diet. But then, diet could be good or bad, harmful to the person. And we talked about that effect of diet on health. That's what we did the last time. How a lot of things we eat are hurting us. And we talked of harmful, bad effects of poor diet on your health, that it could cause heart disease and hypertension, diabetes, cancers. That's the one I forgot to tell you. Cancers are basically, listen to me, we're doctors. Cancers are food are the real, let's say 90% reason of things that cause cancers. Not witches. The wrong diet, the wrong things you're eating, and the wrong things you're drinking. Stroke, liver problems, alcohol. We did the last Wednesday. The last Wednesday of the month of August is just for alcohol. I want to tell you the negative medically. And I always tell people that take a lot of alcohol. Some say, no, I just take it occasionally. My dear, you take it occasionally. It's like there's fire. It doesn't matter if you just dip your finger in the fire once, for 5 minutes, or you do it every day. It will burn. Even if you do it once a month, you just put your finger in the fire for 5 minutes, it will still burn you. You will have burns. And even the person that does this every day will still have burns. So that's how it is. So you see, I'm an occasional drinker. I take it occasionally. It will still affect you negatively. Like I told you, I always tell people on alcohol, write your will. That is how you want them to share your sins when you are gone. Because you are actually digging your grave by yourself. Well, let me leave that to the last Wednesday of the month. I'm going to talk about it because it's a passion I have. Alcohol is deadly. Either you take beer, or you take brandy, or you take wine, or you take what else? Kai. Sable water. It doesn't matter the name of it. Like it doesn't matter the name of the matchstick that you use to light fire. There are different brands of matchstick. No matter the name, when you light it, when you strike it, it will burn. That's how alcohol is. No matter if you see it's beer, not only beer they drink, it doesn't matter. It has the same effect. And the liver, you will hear that day. The liver. Bad diet can affect your kidneys. Bad diet can make you colo. You know colo? Madness. Can affect you mentally. Can cause anemia. Talked about that. Weak bones and bleeding gums. When you start having bleeding gums, you lack vitamin C. You need to hike on vitamin C. Remember, I also told you the kind of bad diets so that you don't wonder. Talk about it. Let me know what I'm taking. I told you, when you take food with a lot of salt, you like salt. It must be salty. Seasonings. You are cooking a small pot of beans, you put 6 Maggi cubes inside. Foods with bad fats, high in cholesterol. I told you, bad cholesterol like pork. Food and drinks with too much sugar. Sugar is diabetes. Salt and bad fat is hypertension. That's what causes it. Not demons. Because we Christians, we are wonderful people. We are fond of it. Bind and cast out all the demons that are not there. High sugar. Not demons, we give you a diabetes. We like sugar. Everything sugar. I told you of somebody I knew. Started with a bottle of Coke. Just loved it. After some time, ended up taking 5 bottles a day. We even take some to bed. See, one day he slumped. He was in a diabetic coma for 5 days. By the time he woke up, he was paralyzed. He had stroke. All the bad diets, remember I told you? Foods with a lot of processed meats. Like you like hot dog. That sausage inside the hot dog is the processed meat. They're not healthy. Alcoholic drinks, we talked of that. When you're not taking enough vegetables, vegetables are medicine. Ugu, bitter leaf, water leaf, they are medicine. They help your blood. They have folate. They build blood. That's why we always tell patients with anemia, apart from prescribing blood tonics or blood capsules, we tell them to start taking a lot of vegetables, start eating a lot of it, because they have folate. They build your blood. Very important. So when you are on the other side, you are not taking enough vegetables. Every time, like here in Delta State, it must be banga, it must be one oil soup. No, it will affect your health. And how do you know you have anemia? Apart from when they check your palms to be white, they check your eyes to be white. Apart from that, you find out you are easily exhausted. You do something small, you are tired. You want to lie down. Every small thing, I'm tired. No, you're not pretending. You are. Because your blood is low. Your hemoglobin level is low. And that's anemia. When you don't take enough vegetables, it can cause it. And then we don't take enough foods with vitamin C, vitamin D. It affects our bones. You see some people, small thing, their bones are broken. Their bones are broken. Small, like a little fall, their bone has broken. They didn't have strong bones. They lack vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium. There's a lot of calcium in milk and some meat. And now, I want to talk about the right diet to give us solution to these challenges. It's one of my passions because I've been shouting recently, the rate at which a lot of people have been passing. How old was he? 43. Just today, I was coming over and I saw the big billboard, this young man, 53. I was like, oh my God, again. The other day it was a woman, 43. And the thing is becoming, I don't know which English word would I, and most of it is the wrong diet. And like I usually tell people, money can kill you. Did you notice that the poor people, those villagers, live very long? They don't eat meat pie. They're in the village. They are eating organic things. They go to the farm, they pick guava. They go to the farm, they take orange, pluck orange. They pluck. Do you understand? That's what they eat. Fruits. They eat healthy. They go to the river, catch fish. They cook it, whatever they want to cook. They go to the farms, they harvest cassava. They make starch. You see, they do these things. They eat natural vegetables. Oh my God. They live longer. You want to tell me there are more witches in the city? No. There are more in the village. But yet they live longer. Diet. So today I want to talk of the right diet. For instance, not all proteins, not all meats are healthy. Cow meat is not healthy. And don't go and report me to the butcher near your house. It isn't. The healthiest source of protein is fish. Particularly those oily fish. They have omega-3. that fights bad cholesterol, that causes heart problems. Fish is healthy. Cow meat, don't tell your butcher, it's not healthy. And when you're going to eat chicken, don't forget peel the skin. That skin is like you are taking poison. That skin you're eating, you don't need to be poisoned. That's poison. Now, the right diet, it matters. What you eat, if you can just remember this sentence, what you eat and drink matters. It could kill you or save you. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's when you have a lot of money, you eat junk. That's what I'm saying. Money kills. That's when you eat junk. I'm going to eat shawarma. I'm going to eat pizza. Let's go to this eatery and do you know what they used to cook? Many of them, the amount of seasoning in those foods you are buying, you just pile poison for you, and you want to use your money to buy it. And the poor people are envying you. Meanwhile, you should envy them. They live longer. And you see young men 50-something and they're just slumping. Now the incidents of she slept and didn't wake up. And people are like, the witch, okay. We are celebrating witches. They're not as powerful as we think they are. And that's the truth. I'm not saying they are not active. I'm saying they are not as powerful. Especially for a child of God, they are not as powerful as that. We are eating. Especially when we have a lot of money, we buy junk. Most of the time when we have money, excess and over, we end up buying junk. Junk is sweet, but it kills. Write down. Anyway, you can write it. So that when we talk, junk is sweet, but it kills. Junk is sweet. It's sweet too. All these snacks, they are sweet now. Puff not sweet. Egg roll not sweet. They are all sweet. But so to eat right, make sure your food has very little salt. Like I always tell people, if you come to my house, you just, after today, every time it's time to eat, you say, I'm not hungry, man. I'm coming out to go and see my friend. Meanwhile, you are not seeing friend. You are going to eat outside. Because you'll be looking for the salt. I had to do it like that. You see, who not go? We say here, no. Go and have hypertension for 1 year, you see hypertension. Hypertension is terrible. I was there for 3 years, I nearly died many times. In fact, sometimes I feel like I'm leaving my body. So now when I cook, you'll be looking for salt. Salt not in the house. Make sure you don't use much salt in your food. As little as you can. Eat a lot of vegetables. Life is in vegetables. Life. Ugu, bitter leaf, water leaf. They are healthy. Eat a lot of them. They build your blood. They help your digestive system. Many things. And fruits. Oranges, pawpaw, pineapple. Eat them. You can plant some of these things. I know oranges, forget oranges, because oranges they can take 10 years before you pluck the first fruits. But they sell them everywhere. Yeah, but they're expensive. Out of the meat pie and the egg roll you buy. At least with 1,000 naira, you get 6 big oranges. But that 1,000 naira can buy you 1 small meat pie. Very important. Eat a lot of fruits. Now there are a lot of fruits. Garden eggs, oranges, pawpaw, different fruits. They are very healthy. Eat a lot of them. Vegetarians, that is those that don't eat meat. There are certain groups of people they call vegetarians. They don't eat meat, but they are healthy. They eat vegetables. Builds your blood. Once you have good blood, you'll be strong and healthy. Even your skin, it affects your skin. Eat high fiber carbohydrates. They're good for you. Semo, Gary. They are healthy. High fiber carbohydrates. Avoid the intake of alcohol. Mommy, I won't say why. That's what I'm telling you. That if you light a candle and just once a month you put your finger in that fire for 5 minutes, it will still burn you. It will burn. And the person that does it every day, it goes still burn you. So that you do your own once a month. Not me say I'm sorry, I'm going pigeon. But say you do it once a month, not me say the fire not go burn you. Are they lie? No. It will still burn you. Even though it's once a month. And you just put your finger in the fire, in your candle, candle you lit, it will still burn you. It will say, okay, no. She just puts her finger once a month. Let's burn her. There's nothing like that. It's the same with that. I remember when I was young, I used to have very painful menses. My mother was a nurse, but those drugs were not working. I'll be crying. Whenever my menstrual period, I'll be crying, groaning. She would give me all the drugs, they were not working. She was so concerned, so she decided, let me give her small horse now. Brandy go help her. That was how my mother would take small cup, put brandy. I can never forget. It worked, but the effect of the brandy, let me tell you, you will laugh. When she gives me, once I put the brandy, it starts here. It's like somebody is squeezing my head from here to here. The thing goes, then it will tight my head out. Of course, in a few minutes, the menstrual pain has gone. But the effect of that, it made me swear as a child, I will never drink alcohol. Because this it just comes from here, it goes, then it goes to the other, like somebody is tightening my head here. Then I'll be doing like this. Alcohol is very, you will see now, we'll get there. Next week we'll get there. When we talk about alcohol, you will go to your house and throw everything away. I said, the only way I can describe alcohol is when you take alcohol, write your will. You have a car, tell in your will, give my car, if anything happens, give my car to so. Those my 3 trousers, give it to so. I always say, once you are in alcohol, just write, don't worry, it's a short time. So that they will not struggle over your things. When you are gone, it will be easier. You don't write them down and say, okay, now you go take shirts, now you go take trousers at night. Because that's what you are doing. You are taking your grave. You don't need a witch. You don't even need Satan self. Only you are the Satan killing yourself. I love talking about that because that thing gives me passion. I don't want to start talking about it today. But there's a sickness in medicine we call liver cirrhosis. A few days ago, I know somebody that had liver cirrhosis and passed. We don't have a cure now medically for liver cirrhosis. And it's a killer. Let's leave that till next week. And I won't talk about that today. So you take it once in a while, like I'm talking of the candle. You put your hand in the fire you need to for 5 minutes once a month. Or you do it every day. It will still burn you. The fire will not say it's once a month you are doing it. Don't let's burn now. It's once a month. There's nothing like that. That's how alcohol is. So you want to be healthy. Avoid it. And if you know you're easily tempted, don't go near it. Why will you know that you have a problem with alcohol, then you go and sit down near a bar? Or you go and you say, no, I just want to talk with my friends. Then you go and sit down in the bar, your friends are talking, drinking beer. You will drink beer. You go drink Eat a lot of whole grains. You can eat whole wheat. These days, yes. Like one of the things we recommend for those with diabetes is instead of eating eba, Gary, eat wheat flour. You turn it like you turn eba. Then take a lot of things like beans. Beans is very healthy. Beans is one of the healthiest foods you can eat. Beans, extremely healthy. Eggs, but don't overeat eggs because if it's too much, you have cholesterol. Fish. Just take it or leave it. Fish and beans are one of the healthiest things. Those two things are very healthy. If you can eat beans every day, there are sometimes I make I eat it with beans. I don't use soup. Very healthy. Beans, one of the highest sources of protein is beans. Chicken will remove the skin. Then you can take nuts. Nuts are very good. Walnuts, peanuts, groundnuts, anything that has nuts. Very healthy. Walnut helps the brain. It's very, very healthy for the brain. Then I want to say this. When you start getting to a certain age, like you're getting to 40 and above, you will need supplements because your body is no longer processing things the way it did when you were younger. You have to, and the food, your diet is not giving you enough of certain things like vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, calcium. You're not having enough. Your food now doesn't give you enough. You will now need to buy what we call supplements. That is, you have to buy things like calcium tablets. You have to buy vitamin E capsules, especially the women. Especially when you are 50, you start approaching 60. As a woman, you need especially three. As a woman, because of your bones, women easily above 50 have what we call osteoporosis. Their bones become hollow. With every small fall, their bone break. Not be just there, you fall just now, it don't break. That's what happens. When a woman approaches 50, starts going towards 60, 70, the bones become so. That kind of woman, you will need to buy vitamin D, vitamin C, calcium. Now you have to buy them. We buy them regularly. Yes, you might say they're expensive, but I think buying supplements is cheaper than treating cancer or treating a broken bone. I don't know how you see it. It's easier and it's cheaper. So when you reach that certain age, you have to buy things like those supplements. Very important. Vitamin E is very necessary for a woman. Vitamin E helps your menstrual flow. For those that sometimes they will tell you my menses last 2 days. A normal menstrual flow should last 5 days. 5 days. Some people do 2 days. When you start taking vitamin E, it helps your reproductive system. I said vitamin E. Capital E. If you go to pharmacies, chemists, they will sell it to you. It's expensive. Like a cup of 100. Next Wednesday, I'll bring a cup to show you how it looks. Goes for 10.5. The brand depends, 11.5. Expensive. Recently, I went to the pharmacy to buy all my supplements. I spent nearly 60,000. Like at my age, over 60, we take many. We take the vitamin C's, we take the vitamin D, we take the vitamin E, we take calcium, we take omega-3. And they are all 10,000 something, 11,000 something, each cup of 100. That's for 100 days. That's roughly 3 months, 10 days. Roughly. But they are very important. Because if a woman over 60 doesn't take these things, they will just be, if she fall here today, she will break the hand. If she fall there tomorrow, the leg break. Because women usually have the greatest challenge of osteoporosis when they are above that age. So those supplements must be bought. Now, there's something I will do next week before I talk about alcohol. Somebody might say, but where will I get that amount of money from? Or my mother, I can't afford to buy all that for my mother. Yes, I will now tell you the natural things that have these supplements. I'll tell you the natural things she can be eating that contain this. Very important. So that they are rich in it, because once you're over 60, a woman must be rich in calcium, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin E. Omega-3 fights cholesterol. if you take me anywhere now, my blood pressure is normal. Because after I was healed by the Lord healed me. I started taking the right. First of all, I changed my diet completely. I said since 2001, that was the last time I ate banka soup, owo soup. Name all the delta soup in this world. I don't eat it. I don't want to die. I nearly did then. I nearly did. I don't do that again. So, I changed the diet. Then I had to start buying something like omega-3. Very important. You want to fight cholesterol? High cholesterol. You must buy omega-3 capsules. A hypertensive person must be on omega-3 and vitamin E. Very, very important. So next week when I'm rounding up the series on health, like I told you, always link up with us. Like on Wednesdays, I take this in the Bible study series. I'm talking of these physical things, diet, what you're eating, drinking, and all that stuff and all that. Well, our general overseer, our Father in the Lord, on Sundays, we'll be talking about the spiritual aspect, which is very important too. Very, very important. Because as you are dealing with this, you also deal with it spiritually. I won't talk about it at all. He will. So you link up with us on Wednesdays and link up with him on Sundays. We want to see people living longer. We are getting so concerned at the rate of death, and not just the rate of it, the ages of those dying. 57, 43, 42, and like, what? He just slumped. He's not sick before. Who told you? Like I told you, in medicine we call hypertension a silent, in fact we call it the silent killer. Because there are many people that are hypertensive, they don't know. And can I please beg you to do something for me after this series? I can take your blood pressure. Mamina, take your blood pressure. The normal blood pressure is supposed to be 120/80. There are two. We have the systole and the diastole. 120/80. Write it down. So that if you go and take blood pressure, is anything above that, you are hypertensive. And the earlier you start treating yourself and it's changing your diet, the better. Because we call it the silent killer, because for a long time it doesn't show sign, but it's there. Like recently, you have somebody like, he's not sick before, he just fall, die. No, he's sick before, but he don't know. I'm sorry, I spoke pidgin. That person was hypertensive but was not aware. It is not a sin to go and check your blood pressure, because sometimes we over-spiritualize everything. Take care of yourself. I'm telling you now, people in 20s, we're seeing it in medical practice, are becoming hypertensive. 18. Life has become so stressful. And like I said, we are eating. Money not good too. I know some people say money good. Yes, it's good, but money, they kill. I'm yet to see a wealthy person live to ripe old age in a healthy way. Most of them are paralyzed. Most of them have had a stroke. Hemiplegia. That is one side, the other right side. Do you understand? Now their money, Juma. Thank you very much. Sincere apologies for our pidgin. We are here in Delta State. God bless you. See you next week.